Hi everyone, Michael here. How are you? I'm okay. Thanks for asking. That's not entirely true. I'm feeling frustrated. I've been feeling frustrated recently. I'm feeling frustrated because there's just a lot of obstacles to what I'm trying to do. And what I mean by what I'm trying to do is I kind of mean like the project, my project, which is really to try and bring more nuance into the conversation about Polish Jewish subjects. And when I talk about obstacles, I mean that, bringing that nuance into the conversation to me is important, particularly because the way that the subject is perceived is often incredibly naive, in my opinion, or black and white. So, for example, a lot of Jews from outside of Poland, they really know nothing about Poland. They know nothing about like pre-war Poland. They know nothing about post-war Poland. They know nothing about contemporary Poland. They know nothing about communist Poland. They also know very little about the realities of the wartime Polish reality. They're just uneducated. People are uneducated. The information that people have um, is not based in a lot of fact. And the facts are out there, but that we're just not taught them. What Jews are taught are the bad things, and we get some of the bad stories from a few sources, and that's just what we've got. That's just what we live with, and because we have no connection to the rich Jewish history in Poland, and we have no real sense of the post-war communist and contemporary Polish reality in relationship to the Jewish conversation. People are just like, Poland sucks, Poles are racist, etc., which is horseshit, which is not true. It's not false, but it's also not true. This notion of what is true and what is false is a misnomer. It's not really a way to break down information, to break down histories, to break down narratives, understand narratives in a critical, complex, nuanced way. And that to me feels really important, because I just don't think we get anywhere by hating each other. We just get nowhere. It's stupid. It's just frankly stupid. Like, hate in general is stupid. Hate of anyone is stupid. Okay, I mean, we might hate people who are evil. If you were to ask me if I hate Hitler, I might say, yeah, I hate Hitler. He was a kind of hateable guy. But, I believe that people are inherently good. You only have to watch a child come into the world and grow up, and you can see that they're not poorly intended. They're not evil. Most children aren't evil. Well, 'cause some kids are assholes, but um, generally, like, kids just like want to experience and express and share love. I don't think they want to hate or be hated, or that's not really the interest of. So that's kind of learned behavior by fucked up adults. So this is an obstacle when trying to have this conversation with Jews. And there's a lot of obstacles within Poland as well, because the Polish understanding of just like who the Jews are is also often very naive. It's sometimes rooted just in stereotype, like Fiddler on the Roof, or just whatever, like the notion of nostalgic notions of pre-war Jewishness is. And it doesn't go very far. It doesn't go very deep. And that's not something that like I blame Polish people for. I think people are they're just like they understand things through what they're exposed to. But also there is anti-Semitism, like often very stupid anti-Semitism, and it's frustrating because I don't think that people even necessarily realize how much anti-Semitism is here, and then there's a lot of sort of work that has to go into explaining why something can be perceived as anti-Semitic. But then a lot of people like to say, "Oh, you're playing the anti-Semitism card," and I'm not. Often, I have no interest in that. I just recognize when something is or is not anti-Semitic. And, I did feel like I was really getting somewhere. And then all of this shit in Gaza and Israel, and, everyone seems to now hate Jews. And I'm encountering people, at times who, if they already had some mistrust, dislike of the Jews, the war in Gaza is giving anti-Semites an excuse, a reason to be anti-Semitic. So it's hard to even have that conversation at all. And even if you kind of can go, there's no real reason to be anti-Semitic, all one needs to do is kind of point at Gaza and go, well, this is how the Jews are, and this is why I'm anti-Semitic. And of course, this is not how the Jews are. It's not about Jews. What's happening in Gaza is not about the Jews. It's political. Just as like what's happening in Ukraine is not about the Russians. It's political. It's Putin. Granted, there are more Israelis than I'm comfortable with who support what Netanyahu is doing. There are more Russians who support Putin and what he's doing in Ukraine and everywhere that I'm comfortable with. Just as there are more like Poles who are comfortable with Grzegorz Braun and what he's doing that I'm comfortable with, and you might be one of those people. And that's fine. I'm not gonna win an argument with a Grzegorz Braun lover because he's simply a fool. But man, being here, trying to do what I'm doing, can sometimes feel really hard, and I'm not necessarily sure if I'm getting anywhere. Yeah, and I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for, other than maybe I just wanted to share that I'm experiencing those feelings at the moment, and I'm probably going to be taking a bit of a break, not necessarily a break from social media, but a break from Poland. I'm going to go to Canada for a couple of months in September, just because I feel like I need a bit of a break to get some perspective. But I also would love your help in getting a little bit of perspective. If you're open to it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm so busy these days that I'm trying to keep up with social media stuff. So thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. And if you want to support me, you can like and subscribe. And if you want to really support me, and let me know that you believe in what I'm doing, you can support me through my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Michael Rubenfeld. Love you. Thanks very much.